Perfect Match, Season 3, Episodes 1 through 6. Let's get into it. So I've been debating how I was going to cover this show, considering that we have Love is Blind UK starting next week, and then Love Island Games starts next month. I have to be very deliberate with my commitment. In conclusion, I've decided that the best way for me to cover this show is just to do a broad summary of the entire episode dump. So if you have not yet watched episodes 1 through 6, go ahead and pause this now and come back afterwards. If you don't care about spoilers, hang on.
Told her good luck with your bullshit. I told her good luck with your bullshit. Boy, I'm anointed by Jesus. Swear I should be in the pulpit. Told her good luck with your bullshit. I told her good luck with your bullshit. I'm only attracted to keepers.
Perfect Match is one of the shows I actually look forward to. If you haven't seen it before, the premise is pretty simple. You got a bunch of people from typically reality dating shows that all come to one location and date each other. But the way it's set up is you have a group of people that are originally there, and they match up with whoever they feel is their best match initially. From there, they compete in these various compatibility challenges as couples. And the winners of the challenges get to go to what's called the boardroom and determine who gets brought into the house. If there are female options that day, then the winning couple can pick 2 men of their choice from the remaining couples to send on dates with the 2 women that they choose to bring onto the show. Vice versa if there are men. Another twist is that the man or the woman from the winning couple can choose to send themselves on the date, provided, of course, the sex of that day's options. Ultimately, only one couple can win the show, and that's the couple that's determined to be the most compatible after however long this process takes. Winners get some like all expense paid vacation around the world or some shit. It's pretty cool. There's probably a financial prize too, if so I forgot about it. I think the easiest way for us to cover these episodes is to go by cast members. And I'll start with the ones who haven't gotten any screen time yet, just to get them out the way. Hannah is from The Mole Season 2. I don't watch The Mole. QT is from Season 6 of The Circle. I kinda watched The Circle. Hey, my issue with The Circle is okay, first of all, I always hate the catfish. Like 100% of the time, I hate the catfish. People that get sent home have some twist where they can stay if they pretend to be somebody else. I hate it. I hate it. The show just keeps creating these silly scenarios where the most annoying characters somehow get to stay, and I can't finish a season. So while I do remember QT, I can't tell you how her season ended. Beautiful girl though. Now here are a couple people who we've seen briefly. Carrington from Love Island Season 2 was brought in to tempt Juliet from Siesta Key, but he ultimately couldn't pull her from Clayton from The Bachelor. We lose nothing by not having Carrington on the show because he's a proud, self-proclaimed love bomber. There's no way he's gonna see any of these women as well as he sees himself. Ray from Love Island Season 1 was here for like 15 minutes, and I'm gonna either need bro to be a little less eager or to get his beard to connect. One of those two things has gotta happen. Olivia from Temptation Island was brought in to date Ollie from Love is Blind UK, but let's just say she's not his type. Alex from last season of Temptation Island is here on a very deliberate mission. For some reason, she's determined to make her name synonymous with the term threesome. She's literally known for having a threesome on Temptation Island, and within minutes of meeting Louis from Too Hot to Handle, she's offering him a threesome as well. It's a very interesting strategy. It doesn't work, however, as Louis ultimately decides to stick with Sandy from The Ultimatum. Yeah, we'll get into that. Speaking of Sandy from The Ultimatum, her trial husband and renowned douchebag JR is also here.
My biggest guilty pleasure is stealing a girl from a guy and seeing them struggling for life to get their girl back. A lot of guys wish they could dickmatize a girl. I can do it.
Nigga, you gay.
I am a little bit toxic, and so I may rile you up. You should be concerned that another girl could steal me because I'm a fucking stud.
He, of course, matched with no one and got sent home the day he arrived. Now, what was interesting was that Sandy was the one who selected him to come on the show. In a unique circumstance, Sandy and Clayton were in the boardroom as they were determining the winners of the kissing challenge. Everyone was blindfolded and had to kiss each other, and in a twist, instead of the couple who graded each other the highest, the winners of this challenge were the 2 people who are not in the couple who graded each other the highest. It was also during the setup of this challenge that Louis says something that we all say when we watch these shows.
Guys, the kissing challenge is back.
Nah, bro. I ain't doing that, bro. I'm hygienophobe. That shit gets me, bro. I think it's disgusting.
Now, this does make me question how you're okay with kissing Huda, though, Louis. I'm just saying, if her signature move is to lick a man's crotch while she's dancing for him, that tongue's got a lot of mileage. Now, at the time of this selection, since Sandy's in the boardroom with Clayton and not her actual partner, she considers putting herself on a date with JR. She ultimately sent him on a date with AD from Love is Blind. Sandy also flirted with the idea of matching with JR during the mixer, but she ultimately decided to stay with Louis. We see in the previews for the next set of episodes that Sandy and JR at least speak to each other again when they all meet at the mixer. So the men and the women are going to be separated and go spend a day with all the remaining singles, and this is where we see Sandy and JR reunite, so we'll see what comes of that. Cody from Temptation Island was originally matched with Madison from Love is Blind, but he apparently has halitosis.
Cody's mouth is not my favorite part of him. He needs a tongue scraper, throw on some mouthwash. Probably easily fixed, right?
She ended up sending herself on a date with Freddie from Love is Blind UK, and we haven't seen Cody or his disgusting tongue since. Now, I've told y'all before that I've never finished a season of The Bachelor. These days, I can't even make it past episode 1 of that shit. Bachelor Nation, no offense, but Bachelor Nation is just, quite frankly, chock full of the corniest motherfuckers on this planet. It's so bad. It's so bad, even the black people are corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually my people got a little something to them, but ain't nobody entertaining on that shit. For real, these are the niggas that like being the only one in the room, if you know what I'm talking about. Happy token ass nigga. Anyway, usually Bachelor people are incredibly uninteresting, but this motherfucker right here. So this is Clayton from The Bachelor, and on the surface, he's a pretty standard guy, but he's actually unhinged. He was first matched with Juliet from Siesta Key because his first choice, Julie from Too Hot to Handle, picked Daniel from Dated and Related. I think I got all that right. Not too much to say about these two. I mean, they've been together since day one, but they are ultimately doomed because Daniel is far too insecure. But anyway, Clayton ends up dumping Juliet for his ex, Rachel, from The Bachelor, of course. Now, she was brought in to tempt Freddie, but upon seeing her, Clayton determined that fate had brought them together for a reason.
Like, I know how badly I can be hurt by you. I don't know if I can handle that happening to me again.
I believe everything happens for a reason. You're here for a reason. I believe I'm here for a reason. It's not by accident. I think we should match.
Now, Rachel was understandably hesitant about giving this a chance because he's already broken her heart before, but she ultimately caves in. The next day, after Clayton and Sandy win the aforementioned, kissing challenge, Sandy quickly shuts down, or they're sent on a date together, right? And Sandy quickly shuts down any thought of them being a couple. Clayton then tells Sandy that when they go to the boardroom, if there are female options on the table, he's going to send himself on a date. Now, there wouldn't be in this case typically because they tend to alternate. Last time it was girls, so this time we would assume it would be men. So this wasn't great timing on Clayton's part. Nevertheless, he pulls Rachel aside after his date with Sandy and says this.
I have to not drag something out.
You can't do it again.
I know. My intuition was telling me that this is not going to work between us and I don't want to hurt you.
Anyway, so when two new men are brought in, Clayton ends up being one of the odd men out, and Rachel ends up matching with Scott from Too Many Fucking Shows. I'm so sick of Scott. I don't like him. Jalen from Too Hot to Handle was brought in to date Madison after a twist sent AD and Freddie out of the house. And I'm not gonna lie, this twist would have hit different for us if we didn't already know that AD and Ollie were engaged. Madison does end up matching with Jalen here, so we'll see how things go when she sees Freddie in the mixer this week. Personally, I think she ends up back with Freddie. Louis from Too Hot to Handle has been with Sandy from day one. And in my opinion, he should have dumped Sandy for Alex for two reasons. Number one, Alex is just more his vibe. Secondly, Sandy is emotionally manipulative and selfish. Of course, none of this matters because we know that currently Louis is dating Huda from Love Island of all people. So he apparently has a type too. Speaking of, somebody should go check on bro. We all know that the fact that this show was filmed like a year ago has no bearing. Huda will definitely find a way to be somehow offended by watching his relationships on this show. I'm just saying, he might be going through it. If you know him, go check on him. Now, Ollie had been matched with AD from day one, and this of course is no surprise to us because we know that they're currently engaged. During that aforementioned twist, AD was sent out of the house and Ollie ended up matching with Justine. It was interesting to see that the immediate spark between Ollie and AD was seemingly duplicated with Justine. And frankly, I wish this was the pairing. I was calling Ollie my cousin during this season of Love is Blind. I would just prefer Justine for him. I just want him with someone a little bit more astute. But if he likes it, I love it. The downside to knowing they're together is we know what's going to happen this week. I mean, they're going to see each other and pretty much pick up where they left off. Now, he'll definitely have some drama to deal with given how quickly he was able to move on with Justine. And we don't know what all they got up to the night they spent together. But it ultimately just doesn't matter because we already know that AD, is going to take him back regardless. I'll say this about Ollie and AD. They do seem to genuinely like each other. And if that's the case, I wish them nothing but the best. Cool.
I came empty-handed, but I'm leaving with 3. Plus I made about a G, cause I made them tip me.